We're here to we're here to talk about ISKCON, about the Hare Krishna movement. This is gonna be an unedited video. I've spent some time practicing this, and I was gonna watch some Beach Boys. Let me see. I got the computer mouse, so I can set up music that I can hear. It's a bit loud, actually. I can't even hear myself right now. That's better. Can you see me okay? Yeah. So we're here to talk about it. I'm trying to get so I can talk about anything. Everything is so blocked up. I guess the only way to do it is just to do it. Maybe I should upload this directly to YouTube. Might even be easier, because I'm not going to edit it. And people, it's like fucking. And it's like, let me turn this damn music off. It's like, I'm only depressed like this when I'm making a video. You know, I've been practicing. I'm like Pee Wee Herman. I'm all hyper and stuff. And as soon as the camera's rolling and it's like the real thing, it's like, I don't know. You could just do practices, you know, bits and pieces. That's why I've been editing and stuff. It's gonna be like, I had some really good stuff too. I mean, so you know, try not to look so pathetic. Like I'm looking for sympathy. You know, I'd like sympathy. I'll take as much sympathy as I can get, but I want everything else too. You know, all the other respect and whatever. So yeah, I was gonna call this set of videos ISKCON Swim. You know, I was watching the Beach Boys, and it's about swimming, about just breaking free. You know, breaking out of ISKCON and through it for it to be our new Hare Krishna movement of like. See, I speak to so many people on the internet, or I write to them and stuff. I write with them on a forum, and it's like they were. I mean, most people that were in the Hare Krishna movement have like left, and like 9 out of 10 or more. You know, it's like all this traumatic, you know, leaving, and they leave so much of the good stuff too, and everything kind of disintegrates, and there's nothing left of the good parts, I guess. And I still go to regular ISKCON. The Hare Krishna temple here in Boston. And I had a spectacularly wonderful time yesterday. That was like, what is it? It's about March 2nd. So it was like March 1st yesterday is Sunday, if I get that right, 2009. And I wore my earplugs. I wear earplugs a lot when I go there, so I wear the earplugs. And I can still hear enough, you know? But if I don't want to hear stuff, I can just chant. No, just chant Hare Krishna. And it's really cool. It's like really a magical thing. Like being a little kid, you plug your ears, it's like, nah, 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 except it's Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. And I focus. I don't look at the faces for the first hour, at least. Or I come in right in the door, I don't even look at the faces, because I know who's there anyway. I know I come in the front door, I know who's going to be there. You know, it could be various people, but they're certain. And it's like, yeah, okay, you know, and it's like, I look at the ground. You know, I have the earplugs in. Sometimes I have these orange sunglasses I wear. You've seen them in my other videos. Okay, where's my other glasses? I had some here to put on. Hang on a minute. What is going on? I'm supposed to have... Oh man. This is ruining my movie. I'm supposed to have these other glasses to wear. Oh, there they are. Hold on a minute. It's like it's like can you see me okay? It's like it's like I didn't wear these. I should wear these. These are cool glasses too. People have commented on these before. Hold on a minute. That ain't gonna work, is it? That is not gonna work. Well, it's like it's not working. Wasting my video. Okay, you're still with me, right? You're still with me. Okay. This is a long, unedited movie, okay? I was told not to edit my movies. They want to see them. They want to see, I have to break out. I have to break through. I have to be, I sort of want to be a televangelist on YouTube. Okay, so what was it? It was like, we were saying, the thing about the, so the earplugs and the glasses, and then it's cool, then I come out of my earplugs after a while, and I talk to people and stuff, and it's like, when I got showing this guy how to chant, I got them to give him some japa beads and stuff, because Chaitanya's birthday is coming up, and we're all supposed to be chanting and doing devotional activities, and for getting ready for next week when the birthday is. Something like March 10th is when it is. That's Tuesday. So they're going to celebrate on Tuesday, but also on Sunday. Here in Boston, there's going to be a big feast. So it's Sunday and Tuesday. So, that'll be good. So, but I came around big time. It's like I've been writing some stuff. I wrote some really strong stuff, about my, personal, revulsion and stuff. And then I go in there and it's like, I have the earplugs, everything's set, people no one's hating me and stuff. I'm not looking, I'm not hearing, there's nothing, I don't need to check the faces. And then it's cool, and it's like, come out of it, and there's people, friends, all kinds of stuff, This guy was giving me packages of incense. I got packages of incense, and he gave me a box of neem toothpaste. I gave that to one of my friends. Gave us one of the packages of incense away, and I took the others home. I got home and I was talking to someone on the phone, and my Tulsi beads broke. They broke right off. I wasn't wearing them. I had them off. And I was playing with them and stuff. Now I have this. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a little seashell. So it's good for ISKCON swim. This symbolizes Krishna consciousness. It's like, then everyone's going on about, my videos. It was drugs. They're obsessed with drugs and masturbation and drug use and stuff, you know, it's like everything like that, you know, like it's like you're drugging, you're on drugs, you know, and I haven't done any drugs in like it's been years and years since I did drugs. I don't need to do drugs anymore. I don't need any drugs, man. I've got enough drugs, you know. You know, I am drugs, you know. I don't even take anything to help me go to sleep anymore, you know. It's like, I'm completely, like, you know, completely, you know. Oh man, marijuana is legal in Massachusetts now. I'm in Massachusetts. They just made it so you can have an ounce of marijuana, and if you get caught, it's like a $100 fine. You don't even have to tell them. You don't have to show an ID. You just, like, if someone lies, they lie about their name, you know, or you could just pay the $100 fine. It's like pretty much legal. It's like Amsterdam here. And I don't even, like, I haven't smoked marijuana in, like, 15 years, you know? I mean, it used to be when I was a teenager. My dad was a college professor. It's like, came from a college town, so all the professors were smoking it. You know, it's like, growing it and stuff. And so I was, like, into that. And I kind of quit that when I was, like, in my early 20s or something. It's like, you know, so it's like, you know, I mean, it's cool, but, you know, it's like this, you know, it's kind of just certain limitations or whatever, so I don't even, you know, want that, you know. And now it's legal, you know, so kind of, I don't know. I always wondered, you know, like, I don't think I'd have any more social life. I used to just get the pot and just like go in the woods and smoke it, and I'd be stuck in the woods. I'd be like wandering around the periphery, you know. Like I could see civilization on the outside. I could come like kind of like a deer, you know. Can't come really past the tree line, you know. Just like see the university library, walk along, and then go see something else, and have my bike and take it apart, my bicycle. I take it apart and bury it under leaves, you know, and remember where it was. I could have left it there for a long time, and nobody could see it, and I'd sneak around and just be stuck. I'd be literally stuck. It was like imprisoned in the woods, you know. It was very, it doesn't have to be that way, though, some people. But, you know, it's like, so I don't even, I don't know why I'm talking about that. It's got nothing really to do with anything, you know. It's like everyone's like wants to know what drugs I'm taking now and stuff, or what drugs I took before or something. That's like that. I guess I could just go tell them. I could tell them all the drugs. Let me list the drugs. Okay, so I took a lot of grew up smoking pot. You know, since my dad started me smoking pot. Okay, so I was doing that when I was 14. We didn't drink alcohol in our house. It was just, I lived with my dad. He was divorced. So he always had some girlfriend, like he's 20 years old or 22 or something. And he's smoking pot, and he's like getting me to smoke pot. So I was like a marijuana addict through my teenage years. And then what? It's just like that until I was like 21. And finally, on my 21st birthday, I went and got some alcohol. Like, it's like we lived in Prohibition. Like, it wasn't alcohol. It was like marijuana, you know. It was very strange, you know. A strange place, you know. So it's like I drank some alcohol, and then it's cool. Like, just threw it drunk one day, and then I was like didn't do it again. But I decided to move to Florida, and but then I didn't drink again. So it's like, geez, what that was in October. So I moved to Florida in like December or January, and I lived in the woods. Finally, and not really smoking any pot. No, just like with no drugs. Living in the woods. Because I always lived in the woods and stuff before. I mean, my dad had his house out in the woods, so I was in the woods, you know. I knew all about camping and stuff. I would just like to be camping out in the woods in Florida, so I lived in there. Finally, I got bored. I came out of the woods. I got lonely, actually, with no TV. And no marijuana. I wasn't too paranoid. I could deal with people. So I came out of the woods, got a place in some other woods that's closer to the town, out of the swamp. I was in the Everglades before, severe Everglades, like out there, So I came out of the woods, out of the Everglades. I'm in the damn swamp. And then I'm by the canal. Okay, so I'm camping out there, and so I'm like, then I go ride my bike around, and like after a couple days, first time living in the woods. I'm living in the woods next to this guy with schizophrenia and stuff. He was really cool. So I was hanging out with him. He's a white guy. And then I went into the town and met up with a street gang, a black street gang. So I started hanging out with them. And so they were really hardcore. Like, it's like everyone's drinking Thunderbird wine. They drink beer to clean out and stuff, like a few beers sometimes, but mostly it was Thunderbird. And they all had stab wounds and... Yeah, okay. Alright, good night. They had all their stab wounds and stuff. Defensive marks on their upper arms, and then, little stab wounds there from defensive wounds. They had the scars from the operations where you get shot and then they open you up, or when you get stabbed and stuff. And and it was like, they're really cool though. It was cool, man. So I started drinking alcohol with them. That was the first time I really drank anything. I mean, I had just done it a couple times before, really. And then, I had done LSD once before, too. Just one time. Okay, so then I'm like down there, and then they're drinking all day long. Kind of moderate to sort of heavy, but a lot of times just very moderate, but it's like all day long and shit. Excuse my language, stuff. And it's like the whole thing. I got to know them, and it's like, they kind of like adopted me and stuff, and it's like, it's a total gang though, like the whole, like, that heavy violence and stuff, because it was like real ghetto. And so, I was there for like 4 months. I would go into town, I would ride into town, and then the bike got stolen, so I just walked into town. Actually, it was a good walk. I should have started jogging, but I lived in the avocado groves, and avocados were in season. I was eating those. Those were good. And, so I'd hang out with the guys. All kinds of stuff happened there and stuff. It was only alcohol. There was nothing else. They were totally against drugs, too. It was like a gang of, guys that are like 38 years old that had been in a gang. They had been like in their teens and 20s, and now they're what's left who didn't get killed or is not in prison. And they're not like doing anything. I mean, they're just like really hardcore, and they're really totally against drugs. They freak out on it and stuff. So actually I think that helped me out a lot. There's this one guy, he smoked marijuana, and the others wouldn't, and he would go get it just to help himself out. He was an alcoholic. He smoked a little marijuana. He'd go out and buy it. It was very dangerous. They didn't want to walk really away from their block, and there's certain things they could do, and nobody wanted to come in where they were. Everyone around the other blocks are fucking terrified of them. Horrified. Utterly horrified, like these guys are the worst. So yeah, so I lived down there. I'll talk about it some more in another video maybe, but it's like, so then I came out of there, came back up to where my dad lived in Illinois at the university. It's like, yeah, at the university. So, and so I lived, I like moved back into his house, and God, I was like 21 or something, I don't know. Yeah, and so I lived there for just a short time, and I tried going back to college again, but I was like too screwed up. I didn't get into it on this video, but I had all these problems and stuff, you know. It's like psychosexual, like, you know, like abuse issues. I was like abused and stuff, so, you know, I couldn't really talk to anyone. I talked to my street gang, but I couldn't talk to any white people. I would like freak out, like go into panic attacks. I don't know why I could talk to those guys in the gang, you know. I could deal with them, you know. It's like, it's like funny. It was like my society, you know. And so I come back, and it's like my dad's gone totally crazy. He's gone totally, you know, I saw that it's like actual true pathology, you know. So I wrote about that a little bit. I won't get into it here, but so in and out. I mean, we went through a summer. That's when I took the LSD, that summer. So my brother was 3 years younger, and he had all his friends. They're all like 3 years younger, and I didn't have any friends, so I hung out with them. And they're all like, I don't know, what are they, like 18, 19, and I'm like 21, something like that. So, you know, it's like, so we're driving around, and this one dude had a station wagon. He was crazy. He had schizophrenia, and he like could drive crazy. And and we're taking LSD and stuff, and driving and smoking marijuana. I had quit drinking too. Actually, I'd gone, yeah, cold turkey. I quit. Then I started up again. Then I like had, God, was it that year or was it the next year? I finally had these bad acid trips, and it's like I went like insane. You know, I've written about that, and I don't know. So I went crazy, and it's like all the psychosexual issues like brought to head and going, you know, with body dysmorphic disorder, and you know, pushed by that, and you know, so basically I'm crazy and suicidal, or just like really, it's just horrible. Like it's over, you know. I mean, but it's like very strange actually, because I could have like, it was weird. It was like a very environmental thing, just totally environmental. You know, I look back and see my father, the way he was, and I haven't talked to him in like 12 years. He's never met my kids, and I really see that. I don't understand how he could be like that or have done that, like the way it was. I told him about my issues, and he didn't care, you know. I finally told him like years later. He's like, doesn't even want to hear it, you know. It's like, so it's like, oh, my leg hurts. But it's like, yeah, so it's like, okay, drugs. You guys wanted to know about my drugs. Okay, so it's like, yeah, like lots of the bad acid trips. Okay, so then it's like, okay, I gotta stop doing acid, and I got horrible traumas I'm trying to bury, you know, and which I'm not really getting into here. Okay, so then I started taking back on alcohol. Okay, to alleviate the suffering, because it was really bad. It's like death. It would like, I'd wake up and it'd be horror, nightmares and horror, and I wake up, the whole thing. So. And I hooked up with this dude. He's into Jim Morrison. I met him at a record store. And his mom was a nurse, and she was an addict. And she had shoeboxes full of downers, every kind of pill. And the dude, his dad used to be a doctor, but his dad had died of lung cancer from cigarette smoking. And so the dude, like, knew all about every kind of drug. He had all the PDR, physician's desk references, and he'd look up everything. He knew all about his drugs and stuff, so he'd be feeding me drugs, and we'd be hanging around and stuff, and his mom was kind of cool with it. She didn't really outright say it's okay, but she was like, she knew what was going on and stuff, and trying to just keep it, like, reasonable and stuff, so we're all, like, doing that and stuff, and the mom's on some drugs. She was actually really nice. I really feel bad about the whole thing. And the poor dude was, like, he was, like, I don't know, he had been on stuff too long. He also kind of, like, he's, like, we're out, like, he'll drink, I don't know, he just drinks, like, 5 beers, something like that, not like these horrible drunks, because we're in a college town, and these people fucking drink till they puke, and, like, but this dude, he's not, and I didn't when I was with him most of the time. It's like, drink your whatever, your 5 beers, that's like a big night, 5 fucking beers, and then you have all your downers, and, I'm not talking about Valium. I hated that shit, that stuff, excuse my language. They didn't have Xanax back then, and, it would be like, and I don't know if she had Xanax. I don't think she did, or, like, they would get it because everyone else liked it. I actually had another friend with Xanax, so I'd get Xanax from him, because his mom had, like, Hershey boxes full of Xanax. So I'd bring the Xanax over, and I'd trade that for, like, what she had is this weird arthritis medication, I think it was. It made you feel like bubble gum. It was the coolest thing in the world. And it's supposed to be a little bit hard on your liver. You don't want to get into a habit with it. But then you take it, and then, like, you take it again, like, the next day or something, or a couple of days in a row, and it doesn't do much, okay? So it has, like, real tolerance real quick. And then you just don't, it's not like you're addicted and you don't want to take it, You know what I mean? You might do it twice a week or something, or once a week or something, But, like, then when you're doing it like that, it's like, it makes you feel like bubble gum, okay? It's supposed to be like, you're supposed to worry about, like, if you get in a car wreck, you might bleed to death too. That's one of the things. So you gotta be careful with it. That's one of the side effects, but that was the main thing, man. It's like doing some of that and smoking some pot and stuff. So that's like, you guys wanted to know the drugs, right? So it's like so we're doing that. Oh, meanwhile, no sex. I mean, I used to have, like, by that time I was 22 or something, man. I used to have girlfriends up until I was 12, and I got, like, sexually abused, like, horribly at school, and just, like, cut it all off, man. It's like, I used to be the guy they used to tease me and stuff, and then when I finally snapped out of it, I'm older, like, I don't know, like, I'm living with a woman, I don't work and stuff, I'm just, like, that's all I do, you know what I mean, just, like, women stuff and whatever. It's a very weird situation, but those are kind of my lost years. Well, the drug years were lost. The other years that are lost years, I studied. I did science, so I learned a lot and developed myself a lot in some ways. Some of the lost years were really actually good. Some of the drug experiences were good too. For I guess it needed to snap out of it. I mean, it's a good experience, I guess. Probably not worth it, or at least not all, the most of it, because it's like, but so, see, I'm with the dude, okay, so, like, we're like that, and that's going on, and then it finally stops, and it's like, so it ends up all coming to a head and stuff, finally, I got into it in my writing. I'm not going to get into it here, but that's pretty much it, and then I was like, let me see, 22, that's how old I was, so about September, no, I don't know. Then I quit any drugs or alcohol, and just quit, and then for a number of years, like, I didn't do anything, and all my problems, and I got, I had got a girlfriend, I started doing all that stuff, and everything, and going to ISKCON. That's when I found the devotees and started going to the Hare Krishna temple. So, but then it started up again, somewhat, not with alcohol, but like this other thing. It's like with cough medicine, dextromethorphan, and I thought I was the only one, man, because I would take that, and I ended up getting addicted to it. I don't know. I had some of it. Actually, I needed some because I was working for the devotees for ISKCON, selling flowers, and I started getting pneumonia and stuff out there, out on the highway selling flowers. And I started taking it to like do the hallucinations though, because it was like a whole different drug. I mean, it's better than anything, better than LSD. You know, if you're like the right kind of person and you're with it, it's got all the horrible side effects. And when you ask me about my drugs, like your drugs, yeah, blah, blah, you know, you're looking at the dextromethorphan, and that's what all you guys are bitching about. That's what, and then you'll think it's heroin. It's never actually done heroin. So, or I don't even like any opiates, you know. Like, I've got, like, some painkillers from the dentist, and I cut them into 16 pieces. 16 damn pieces. I got these painkiller pills. I got, like, just, like, 8 of them. I cut them into 16 pieces each. I take 1/16 of a pill if I get a muscle cramp, so I can lift weights still. A 16th of a pill, okay? So, I don't, you know, I could get addicted to it. It's just I haven't done it, and it's like, I don't appreciate it, you know, not like, I know better though, you know, it's like, I've been in the hospital on stuff before, and it's like, I know what it's like, and it messes me up, and you get addicted, so, yeah, it's like, but this dextromethorphan, the cough medicine, it's like, it's weird. They don't classify it as an opiate necessarily. It's chemically related, but it's like I was reading about it before, like had a mirror image of some other opiate. You know, it's like the opposite. Like the left hand is a mirror image of the right hand. Actually, you know, this is my right hand. That's my right hand with a microphone. You're watching me on mirror image. I got it reversed. That's how I do it. So it's like, oh god, man. Yeah, so the, let me see, so the dextromethorphan, yeah, the Japanese Prime Minister that just got, like, canned. Not the Prime Minister, I mean the Finance Minister, you know, just a couple weeks ago. This is, like, March 2nd of 2009. So you guys look it up. As the Japanese Finance Prime Minister, look up drunk, but like really you should look up DXM. I don't know if they have it listed, but then he's claiming it's cough medicine, and you look at his tape, you know, because he like showed up to the meeting like that, you know, the group of 8 or whatever, the finance thing, and it's DXM. It's like cough medicine. He's telling the truth, man. He did a little bit of alcohol, but like the whole thing, if you want to see it or something. But I was on this stuff. Man, I was addicted to it, and it's like, it's kind of cool in a way, but then it got, so I was addicted, and I was on it for a couple of years, few years, actually, and it's like, like a total, like, lost weekend, man. I wouldn't even, I go hang out with the homeless people, the alcoholics, worst alcoholics in the alley around the temple. I would not tell them what I did. I was so ashamed. Like, you're drinking coffee, it's like eating out of a garbage can. You know, it wasn't until the internet. That was before the internet, so it wasn't like, you know, like you could see that everyone's doing it, like, you know, and you can get like, oh my god, you can get it, you know, you can buy it without, it's still legal, I can't believe it, man. No. Yeah, I don't even want to get anywhere near that stuff. I don't even like, yeah, man. But it's like, so that's that, okay, and I would hallucinate, it's like totally, this is a dissociative hallucinogen. That's what you would call it. Dissociative hallucinogen. Unlike LSD, anything else is like way beyond anything, okay? Really good and really, really, really bad. Really evil, too, you know. So, that's that. And so then I was trying to get off that, so I started drinking alcohol with the homeless people and stuff. So then I got back on alcohol. I mean, but on it, like bad. And so I was doing alcohol. And I'd switch back and forth. Because they're no good together. I know this guy that will drink them both, but he doesn't even get sick from anything, man. The guy's like a demigod, you know. He can swallow an ocean of poison, you know. His friends just dropped around him and stuff. I never did anything with him. I never went off. He found out that I was drinking cough medicine. He knew me back then. So what does he do? He never heard of it. He goes out and chugs like 2 bottles of it and then throws this drunk. I would have been sick from any of that. Like just the drunk by itself. Oh my god, man. It was bad. I would have been puking all the next day. And he's just like walking around like nothing, man. And he'll be out like throwing these drunks. And then he'll like be out around the walking around and, hey, let's go do yoga or something without alcohol for a couple days. It's like, I don't understand it, and he can face the world and shit. You could either throw this drunk or be like, I'd be locked in my house, man. I would be like, I was locked in my house unless I was going to drink some alcohol and come out, man, So that's about that, and then I quit that stuff, so then it's like over, I took a little bit of Xanax, just not a lot. My friend had given me some Xanax around that time to help me out, take off the edge and stuff, and that's it, man. I just said that's the entire drugs. I didn't leave anything out. I didn't leave it out. I didn't like mushrooms, way back in the old days, back when I was doing LSD. Didn't like them. For the same amount of brain damage, I think LSD is a lot better. So I think mushrooms is more damaging than it seems. Like LSD is obviously not good, and then it's like you don't get as much. A lot of it's more you can come around, So that's it. That's the drugs. You guys wanted to know about the drugs, and the masturbation, I guess, is next. The masturbation, oh God, man, yeah, 'cause these guys are always talking about that stuff. It's like I'm like William F. Buckley, and this is how he sits, it's like, no, it's not. It's like, no, I mean, masturbating isn't, like, I'm not talking about that now, okay? I lift weights and stuff. Let me check this. I'm checking. That really looks weird when I do that. But I know, because I looked at my other videos, it looks, I'm checking because it has a switch. I gotta make sure it doesn't get set to off. So then I'll be sitting here talking. So I'll be talking to you for an hour, and I'll be like just talking, wasting it, because it's like. But it's like, it's like weightlifting. I do some weights. It's not like weight, like I'm getting muscles or something. I get like a little, good thing, So it's good enough and stuff. It keeps me. It's like what I need and stuff. So I do that. I was running. I ran for about 3 years, and I could start up again. Like I'm a total addict. Once you're a runner, you're like. Once you do. They said something like 666. That's one of the things they talk about getting addicted. Run 6 miles a day, 6 days a week for 6 months. But you don't have to go anywhere near that. You could cut any of those in half. Well, maybe not the 6 months, but do 6 months. Run 3 miles a day. Maybe. But I ran about 2 years. I was running 5 miles a day for a while. That was my most. 5 miles a day every day. That was like my peak. I've done other variations as low as like 3 miles, or like mostly really steadily like 4 miles, like 3 times a week. And but the 5 miles a day every day, that's the most I could do. Then on my knees, that's my peak. I could have maybe pushed it up to 5.5, 6, and then it wouldn't go any higher. I don't think I could ever do a marathon. As far as like resting my knees for a couple days and then running, I could have gotten up to 7, 8 miles on that, so otherwise I would have kept going. And I can't run through. It's like an injury. I tried running through it before, and it like destroys my knee for a couple months and stuff, and I can't really hardly walk and run. Can't do it. And so I can't just push through it. A lot of stuff you can just push through, and you gotta like test it out and find out. A lot of times you have to find out the hard way, because most of the stuff you just like run through it or push through it, and it's like it fixes itself somehow. But so it's like I like so that was I had a wall of like 5 miles a day, so that's cool. And then I was like studying down to like just 4 miles 3 times a week, and then I quit doing that, and I'm doing other exercises. because I don't want to go out. I have agoraphobia now. I don't want to go deal with it. Oh, hi world. Here I am. I'm running. Like it's something so disgusting about it. Like whistling and cheerfulness. Like my dad. Like he gets up and like get up at 7 in the morning and go whistle and go like in your car somewhere or something to work. And you're like cheerful or something. I would run it only at night though. Through the ghetto or something to get to the good part of town. But still, it's like, and I'd run barefoot. I'd run barefoot for like 5 miles or 4 miles over the worst part. This guy rides his bicycle through here, and he complains, and he calls it, what does he call it? When you walk through the Indians, and they're all chopping at you with their hammers or something, the gauntlet. Yeah, he calls it the gauntlet. So he doesn't like to ride his bicycle through it. I would run barefoot through that thing. People couldn't believe it. All the crack addicts, homeless people, the hookers, the regular hookers, the gay hookers, they all loved me, So I'd be going through there, man. And I'd still do it. I'd go out and be ready on my bare feet again, I'd be all over town. People liked it. I'm going to get out there again with it. Definitely. But right now I'm just kind of like house bound as far as my exercise and stuff. I'd love to have a treadmill, but I don't want that big crap in the house. If it's just that the big thing that sticks up like an antler, that big thing you grab on and look at the thing, and it's like you can't slide it under a bed. I hate those things, man. And they're so expensive. They're a rip off. They suck, man. Treadmills. But I do these things. I do jumping up and down, squats and stuff. I do enough cardio at home. I can push it more too. I just get all the way down, jump. So it's like 40 of those. I do those every 3 days. I should do more. And if I did them, I want to do them every day. I could be up. I could have strong cardio. Now I can go run and be pretty in shape, and without having to actually run. And my muscles, just a little bit of exercise around the house, I'm not really that off from being able to do running. By not actually running, I don't have too many muscles that are messed up, that are they're so tired, and I'm not out of breath, so I could just take off and run. The one thing that would get me would be my knees. My knees have to get tuned up. So I'd go 2 miles max, 1.5 even, to start up. I'd have to get this slow start up, this whole pattern, man, because my knees, they need to get strengthened and tightened up and stuff. It's because I always sat my knees are very flexible. I do full lotus. I think I used to. I don't do it as much anymore. I like do full lotus like that, and then all the time. Then I'm sitting like this, W sitting, totally, I could lay back like that. So see, my knees are really, they're movable and stuff. And so what happens when I run, and actually people say, oh, wear this special shoe so it doesn't get pounded on the pavement. Man, I find that running barefoot right on hitting hard pavement is the best thing for the knees. Any kind of squishy shoes mess the knees up, because you need that. I'm not going to get into that, but it's my knees are just too flexible. So I move around. They're not so to do my running, I gotta work it up and work it up. See, now you guys are always you're on drugs, man. And you look at what what I'm obsessing about. It's exercising, running, see where my passion is, it's rolling a joint or something, I'm going on about it, man. I mean, I bug people with it and stuff. People, can't deal with it, some people, But, yeah, I'd like to get back in running. It's just such a pain, because it's for me, because it's I have to if I'm going to get back into it, I have to, work my way up. So then I'd be, running, probably best would be, but, 4 miles every, three times a week. And the thing is, if I run 4 miles, if I, so that's like every 2 days or every 3 days. And if I skip it, like if I go every 4 days, by the time I go if I skip and do, like, I run and I skip like 5 days and I run on the 5th day, I'm already getting a little out of shape of my knees, you know. And they will injure and I will have to hobble and walk the rest of the way or give up or do something, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm serious. I have to keep it in tune. So it kind of sucks. It's like, you know, you want to be able to run like you're like a driving, you know, like you're driving a bicycle. It's like, and it is like that. But, it's like I have to keep it in tune, and by doing it all the time, and I can't just like, oh, I want to run 5 miles today, you know, and I can do it. Can't do it with these knees, you know. At least that's my experience. Maybe I'll try again, but I run all the little spots. I mean, that's nothing. My knees are nothing. I go around here and there, all over the place, the subway, run all these little half-mile amounts all the time. I mean, I can go run 1.5 miles, no problem. So it's easy to get around the city. Instead of walking, I just run. It's too boring to walk. Too boring. It really is. I used to wear so many clothes in the winter. I used to bundle up. I used to like to wear like thick clothes and then read the newspaper on a park bench when it was like freezing cold. Now I don't wear as much now. I bring a few extra in a backpack to put on an extra pair of pants maybe or something, but I just run to the places, so I heat up that way. And try not to be stuck out anywhere. So it's like, yeah, so that's it. There's your drugs. There's your, whatever. You know, so like the sex and stuff, it's like, yeah, I believe in it, you know. You guys have been, you know, saying stuff like, yeah, I believe in sex. Totally, I think that's the complete liberation, you know, and I think that's the way to be, like, I mean, maybe for me, at least, to be in touch with God, you know, in touch with people, and in touch with, you know, and be humane, and like I've written about this and stuff. You know, I don't know where all these guys are coming from. Well, I do know. There's like all these things. I mean, I could be that way, I guess, too. There's a lot of frustration and stuff. So yeah, I guess this has been going on for a while. I don't know what I'm going to do. I had to chop this up into little movies, like 10 minutes long for YouTube, and make them into a playlist, I guess. Because I've been told that I should just make a video like this, and there's people that will watch it, you know. You know, just like, you know, so it's like, you know, I was going to take my shirt off, but it's probably cool that I, like, have a video like this, and then I don't have my shirt off in this one, right? I'll take my shirt off for another one. I was thinking about wearing short pants, too. You know, it's like, so that's all those issues that you all wanted to know about, and the YouTube, yeah, a lot of times they're complaining about the videos. These guys are always complaining and stuff. I need to get more positive feedback, so when you guys, like the video, you should write something too. Oh, and feel free to, like, send me a message, anyone, like, if you want to say something, or if you're going to be around Boston, we could, like, go meet somewhere or something, or talk, and like, even at the beach, I could show you where, you know, we go to the beach in the summer and stuff. It's really cool. I want to have, like, this ISKCON swim, as I said. You know, we worship, you know, we do our Hare Krishna thing at the beach, you know. You know, you know, Prabhupada comes in, like I told you, they in Boston, they've had, like, the last 2 years, like, they swim at, what's it pond? What pond is that? Walden Pond, yeah. And, I haven't been to that, but it's like, they go out there, but I want to have something at the beach, you know, and stuff, at Revere Beach. It's right on the subway in Boston, too. all the cool people go. Lots of Brazilian girls and really cool people from Morocco and stuff. And really, it's really cool. I meet this other devotee there. He goes there like religiously, you know. And so that's what we'll do, you know. We'll be there, being Krishna conscious out on the beach here, and yeah. I have these headphones on. I was going to listen to music while I did this, but I didn't, so I guess it looks better that way, right? Anyway, maybe. I should take them off. They're going to start hurting my ears anyway. Oh, that's weird. I can hear now. Yeah, it's like, I was supposed to say something. It's like, you can see me okay, right? There we go. But like, actually, I don't know if I can do it without the headphones on. You know, I should put the headphones back on and listen to some Beach Boys or something. Maybe, you know, because we are doing that, thing with the ISKCON swim, right? Let me see if I can get this mouse to work. Get over here. The computer's like right where the webcam is right on top of it. So there we go. Wait a minute. That's not the good one. No, that's a live concert. I don't want to watch that one. I'm trying to watch California Girls. I got it like wait, I gotta have this close. I know it. Trying to watch California Girls, and it's like wait, which one is this? There's a certain one I want to watch. It's from their record album. There we go. Oh no, it's How I Get Around. No, I don't want to watch that one. And now I'm back on the. Now I keep hitting the back button, and now I'm back on the Gaudiya Repercussions website. While I'm there, I might as well look at some of my writing. Actually, I don't know if I should. Man. I still have these glasses on, right? Yeah, I do. Yeah. So you're still with me. You're still listening after all this. That's it. That's good for this video, right? So we'll make a playlist out of this. And that'll be this one, and then there can be another one with a different set of clothes on, different shirt maybe, all different me. Maybe I'll make another one with my shirt off. Maybe I should just have that one though. It's like one with my shirt off, and then it's like it's getting kind of late. I was thinking I should do some exercise tonight, but I might skip it and do it tomorrow. I know. So I'm going to say goodnight to you. Or goodbye. Actually, you can probably just like click on another video. I might be making one right after this anyway. And